alaikum badiol. Ngal kontom bake tol mel dunta sainteng ka programme on follow ngamo be konton ngal be wadol men kono la braka bake Ibrahima Fadera Moro Camara mbo atelel je kanten sainteng ngal be kontom bake pour ka join sainteng nata janne manke normal political discussion oti nata short programme la drong pour ka few things be je kawol address dol be je mandalo la wolto bake membe denning uncle Seedia Jatta la kunung diamola mbo ko ni duma dimmalale we're going to digest that kaitandi mune asabu uncle Seedia got everything wrong ni wofana bote ye be diamola drug cartels la ko wala men yalla ko wolal ben state house o ni occupy kang drug o ni na ko ni membe kere Gambia it all be the cartels are part of it. They are part of it completely. So we will tell you why they are the ones part of it. Droko nyi nara ni sila jumale la fo afuta Gambia. Mbe points all ni connect lale and each of those landing points ye molu many alonko they are connected at those landing points. We will try to give those specifics also. Purungaje dunia bela concern na nyenti. This is an international concern. We just have to push this because nyulubeyin kodonyin ibatala le yake political weapon against ourselves, the Gambians. Meet the farmer store, you promise old men beke. They were expecting this drug to be easily enter the country. It is going to cost them. It is going to earn them billions and billions of Gambian dollars. So Yemenka Nyamina to buy the votes, exactly what they planned. They were so much confident that 2021 he is going to win. So the good thing is, we are going to digest that, and the reason why Lola Gambia authority Interpols and then the drug agencies. Drug na fundira Gambia kono rek access rek. We just have to make it an international concern. You just have to make sure that the Gambia government expose this nonsense of our government involvement into those unethical activities has to end. So, Mbadingolu ala barka bake Safi Moro Drame adjust the volume please. Okay, volume bed dan din na bitum malong. Badi bunka funol bumbul, so probably. So ala baraka bake badi ngulu ngal kontom bake fana ngal bismillah you help us share the program please. It's going to be a short video. Try to make it a precise one inshallah. So mbadi ngulu ala baraka bake ngal kontom once again ngal bismillah na discussion wonyinto bi mbe ko men diamula wala mu uncle Seedia Jatta ay kunung ay interview menke fatu networks interview woni ning men yalon ko ya jibe albalo nale uncle Seedia kuma jamal fuje men yalon ko nobody expect a political leader, nobody expect more me yalon ko Gambian people nga mita komongo he's someone me yalon ko he's with a principle ko be dunna wo pettiness sifal nyinkono. We don't expect Seedia based on ila claims that they are patriots that abeduna wo pettiness sifal nyinkono at a juncture when we are having burning issues at hand. Many alonko wala crucial to pruka world discourse, but a man fen discourse wal kono just to go in for a personal attack. There is one thing lafta kamem for nyunie. This is something me alonko they have to understand. It doesn't matter whether attack or what attacks yebenke usenda boka. Until we expect each and every single politician me alonko abe Gambia ko, they all have something against Usain Dabo. The reason for that, Wolo Nyenti, Dabo achieved something in 24 years or 25 years. Me alonko it all mulu many be wonyini come for over 40 years. Kabini Jawara time were unable to achieve a quarter of that. So Nia Jibe in real life principle, it can mean for the survival of the fittest. Mo ya lonko mo politician o take la fleke ita nyato. But again, we have two different types of politicians. Those that sees politics as a way to move the nation forward, and those that sees politics as a way of uplifting themselves and their political party. the two types of politicians thing I mentioned in all over the world. Nga dol fana sort of many alonko, they believe that nibe politics, like in political platforms, you can say anything. You can give promises, it's a phone, whether you're going to do them or not, it doesn't matter to them. But we also have politicians who believed that in political platform or as a political party leader or as a politician, whatever promises you give, whatever words you give on your political campaign or rallies, these are things that you are born to. These are things that you are bound to, and you should do anything possible to make sure you fulfill those promises. And luckily for UDP, UDP elders, Hussein Dabo, and a lot of them were lucky to fall in this category. They believe that a promise is a promise, and you have to fulfill that promise. They also believe that as a political party leader, you have a sole responsibility to maintain stability in a country. You have a sole responsibility to make sure that sanity is restored in a country. You have a sole responsibility to make sure that nation moves forward based on norms and values that the citizens or the society believes in. So, in Dola Gambia, Niena society Ijibe, we believed in what we call respect. We believed in what we call respecting and then normalizing your words. Yemen for Molie. Usienu Dabo happens to fall in this. Nyene Asabu Gambians, we love this man so much, and we will continue loving him. It doesn't matter who among our politicians come out to attack him personally. The good thing is, Dabo will never go out to attack these people. Dabo will never go out to exchange words with these people. That is the attention they want at this moment, because they all want to see themselves relevant. They all want to see themselves important in the Gambia. So it is deemed fit for a more attack Mayor Lonko. His fame, I quote from Things Fall Apart, his fame is growing like a bushfire in the Hamatan. This is Usiano Dabo. So Alia attack Nyawo Nyaranding. No matter what claims Alia Meliforma, Dabo la fame nyingbe tala santola drong. Because molo me alonko aka memfo aka barawola. Molo me alonko na kumo memfo mole alonko wokumo nying is not just on the paper, or it is not just a word me alonka ya fole just to satisfy people at that particular point. Ay kuwo ku forek aya be muta sondo mo konole. Andung aya mine. Ngine asabu. Anybody who is selfish, you can never go along with Usain Dabo. You Gambians should know this. Momo yalonko ate selfish tale. Wala momo yalonko ate ya fongo da maleje. Wala ate beka fo monko na awoda maleje. Hanning ayatra nunko a jarsa watu me yalonko nga nakafol nying nga wol mabo nga banko jibe. Momo yalonko ate bunyu mo sifa di menka fongo da maleje bar banko nying kake datu kumolati amaka tara kumakendoti. Woni Usain Dabo muka keno. Ningali Gambia jibe nyi mol siata jele. The mobile first ball kono le ngawjele voice very clear. Wa juara wol bawol kono le. Mol bige men yalon ko wol science yantale be ngajele wol jikol be nyaadile e jikol keta nyaadile saying. Ini Usain Dabo makeno. Mune hasabu Usainu jiko mumenti. Usainu is a principled man, a man who respects his words, a man who do not see the party first, a man who want to make sure that a principle and innovation a UDP favor as a political party since he puts on the UDP cap. But ning ayata nunko a principle may alonka my UDP favor. But I Gambia favor. This is what Usainu Dabo keeps encouraging. Usainu Dabo can go to a length, Kajeko, UDP can be distracted from enjoying the milestone goals. Ning ayata nunko I banko favor. He will go in for it, and then for that thing to be at the disadvantage of UDP. This is Usainu Dabo. We have seen that several times. Now, example kilume damanto wolo nyinti ko kabiri pareta ka UDP la birol ke furnace. No political party in the Gambia do not want to have bureaus all over the country, well furnished, people there 24 hours and working for your party. That is grassroots politics. And in Gambia, if you want to be succeeded in Gambian politics, you must have a massive grassroots political sensitization. UDP says no to that. UDP says no to that. Imala fila biro furnish kodola mi yalan kabe bolna masa kunda la ranki solo kono wonna sama dokulal ke la tax jowolto mbamal men kata gardino to ke la kucal ni jabol ni mentangol do kuje e ka kodo nyim men fenke ke la taxol jowoleto the local business people e ke la taxol jowoleto. So UDP ko under the leadership of Senu Dabo iko masakunda la kodote dunna ka UDP political party wala birol nyinke lo ngiye Usain Dabo ni moja malel kuyande albalo na gele to ko Usain mu molete me alon ko we have to trust him and moja malel ba fundila nan ya pour ka kanwala kan ka kumol fama ka tubi bar ko mon ko dunia fama ba wala nyama ni dunta kelo ko no kelo me alon ko to nyalomo e kam mo jawol soto le men alon ko binala be kanwol lale kan. Number 1, Uncle Seedia Jatta la kunu interview ako biring ako janni Usain Dabo kabanang prison oto ayatara coalition wo fatale ako jandi Usain Dabo ka fundina prison oto ayatara Usain Dabo fatale ayatara coalition wo fata sorry but kabiring Usain wo fundita nang Usain ye coalition wo badele nyingu kulet me alonko it is very shameful that kaja kabuna mo bulo kono ntol ngaje ko he is an elite Seedia Jatta abulo kono ning ayatara nunko janni Usain ka fundina prison kono ayatara coalition wo fatale. Then the question now becomes, what is that thing make coalition on yimfa? What is that thing make coalition on yimfa? And to make it worse for himself, he was eyeing for a position. At the position wala nyinikang, which was the foreign affairs. At the Seedia be wala nyinikang. But PDOIS told they are not interested or they were not interested in any position under the coalition government. But all of a sudden, kunu Seedia la diamokono niya lamoy bake kajiko, Seedia was eyeing for a position, wala mu foreign affairs te kabria ma wasoto, then ajusbota, kumu ko dindingul ka jusbo nyameng ajusbota. Halifa was eyeing for a position, kabria ma position wasoto, ajusbota, ye position do media la ajusbota wala because amal lafu wala. These are the kind of politicians nga menso do Gambia, and yet still people are thumbing them as patriots. Niko someone is a patriotic citizen. Imuka mola patriotism ni measure based on akakumo mfo adakono. You measure someone's patriotism based on the actions akamenke and how much do they go in extent to make sure that those actions are well established. So Seedia kunung ay kumo mfo is very sad that a political party leader, someone many along komol ngamura at a very high esteem, Seedia Jatta, Gambia situation at this current moment, Seedia did not talk about the MOU of the coalition. We don't even expect him to talk about that because we have burning issues many along. They are directly connected to the national security. They are directly connected to the future of the Gambia. They are directly connected to the next 20 years struggle of our country. Seedia never talked anything about that. Seedia never talked anything about that. But just to go and personally attack Dabo. Seedia would have talked about the drug scandal going on in the country. And as a parliamentarian, of course, the lawmakers, Seedia would have given light on some of those issues and how they are going to tackle them at the parliament. What kind of panel are they going to set up to enforce the investigation of these drug cartels in the Gambia? These are some of the positive things that we expected from Seedia in his yesterday's interview. How is COVID-19 being maintained by the government? What is responsible for the sudden rise of the COVID patients or the numbers in the Gambia? These are some of the things that we expected our parliamentarians to be talking about at this moment. So kafoko bring Usain Dabo be kaso kono kuale ajani Usain wol kabula atara kuale sono fatale alingam fawo nyininka muni kuale sono fa Usain mam funti nan kaso kono folo kuale sono fata. What was that reason and what was that thing? That is one thing that Seedia failed to say. And the saddest thing is memalo wata beti wala mu Seedia e funti nan banda Seedia ke baba be nyameng ay funti nan banda Kari konya nantene. That is so shameful and disgraceful to Seedia Jatta and the entire PDOIS. This is so disgraceful. At this moment, Banko ben alhalo mento. Bankobe should be a mentor. Bankobe tembo mentor. We are at the edge of a blade. We can either succeed or we fail forever. A lawmaker Seedia nana banta. Among kumasodo abi mumfula Gambia dingoli kafoko karikonya nantene. This is so disgraceful. Nine mukuoti meya lonko amalo watra katambi malo bela niye 2021 jibe na political nyatongo be kumo memfola Gambia e. Amad baka nendroke banta. Amad baka mol mutala ay tokumanda ay neng. But nafikia kawo samana duma nang ideni modo ka nafikia menkacha ikana ikaw nafikia do fo mokende doe. This is the highest of disgrace to UDP. Not to UDP rather, to PDOIS and to Seedia Jatta itself. Seedia la mfundi jani ko baro betenne baro damu fonkolati jabolati. Gambia di jumale belala Adam Baro la ko kumum bonda dakon. Jumale belala Adam Baro la Adam ka kumum bonda dakon. Adam Baro mumo ya lonko ite mariye dino soto ye malo soto ye horomo soto ye fango bunya. Jumale belala Adam Baro la ko kumum bonda dakon. Jumale belala Adam Baro, who is going to trust that guy? Who is going to trust that guy? Because he never said the truth. Whatever he says is never the truth. So nobody is going to trust him. Ni adama ka fundi akafo Seedia misalfe ako ni adama ka fati ko usenu ko vice president ya to kala no barinsa ke no foreign minister le do or die, bad or good. What sense does that make? What sense does that make? Adama menka ovo kadi Seedia. Adama was the one responsible for that. Just like every other person, you make your suggestions to the president. And it is the president's responsibility to make sure that he approves them or not, since the constitution gives the president to select his parliament, to select his cabinet. So, Ning Usenuko Adamayake, foreign affairs minister, in fact, Gambia should be proud of that. We should be proud of that because you know what? Kabring Usenu Dabo Keta foreign affairs minister, the progress in Menke Gambia, the retrogression of Gambia based on the former government here destruction of Menke at the international level. Usainu Dabo has restored all those things. He restored everything. He restored trust on the Gambia government in 2017. He made sure that Gambia government is recognized again internationally. He made sure that Gambia government goes back to those international organizations that every country is yearning to be part of. So we are so proud of that selection to make Usainu Dabo the foreign affairs minister of the Gambia in 2016. He restored the Gambia's sanity. He brought sanity in the Gambia at the international level. Like we became more respected than ever before. Ya Jamela Taimo, we all see it. Even the international organizations do not want to talk about the Gambia because they see Gambia as a failed state, a failed leader who withdrew from every international organization where transparency and evaluation will be the tax of that international organizations. Ya Jammeh never wanted Gambia to be part of those organizations. If Usainu Dabo were to be selfish as a foreign affairs minister, you think Usainu Dabo is going to bring some of those things to make sure that Gambia is censored, Gambia goes back to those international organizations for them to control and scrutinize and observe the activities that the Gambia government is doing. You think he's going to do that? These are some of the things that Seedia failed to understand. And that's why that interview was a failed interview and a very disgraceful one for that matter. If I were a PDOIS member from yesterday, I'm going to resign from that party. There's no point in voting for that party. There's no point in voting for that party. Your single vote that they're having, they don't worth having those single votes from you people anymore. They have nothing to offer. You pretended, like PDOIS pretended, they pretended for 40 years. And now the true colors are coming out. This is why sociology can mean for human behavior is the most unpredictable behavior. This is what we are now seeing in the politics of the Gambia. Seedia Jatta, Halifa Sallah, this is what they have been doing to the Gambian people. First, they came with an idea that they are elites. Jawara destroy. Jawara really destroyed PDOIS in a way that PDOIS will never be a political party. Of course, they don't have the gut. They don't have the gut to dissolve that party because they can't. They felt they are too big for that, or they know more than dissolving their party. But PDOIS is not a party. That's not a party. It's only Halifa's wife, Seedia's wife. Seedia's family is not even part of PDOIS. Amadou Kora is a direct blood to Seedia Jatta. Amadou Kora is a direct blood to Seedia Jatta. But why do you think Amadou Kora is never even dreaming about joining PDOIS or even mentioning their name? He can't. You know why? PDOIS is a failed political party. They use them. So Seedia coming out, akafongo contradict. Ning ako jani Hussein Dabo kafundi na coalition kasokono coalition ofatale. Mune coalition ofa. Mune asabu amafu mole mune coalition ofa. You know mune coalition ofa? Jani Hussein kafundi na kafoko na ni UDP Kebalbe. These people were fighting one another in positions. Seedia wanted to become a foreign affairs minister. But after all, come on. You give a foreign affairs minister to somebody, may along the brain is intact. Seedia wouldn't have been, he wouldn't have done better than Hussein Dabo at that foreign affairs position. He wouldn't have done anything, different. Probably less, but not even more than what Hussein Dabo did. Basically, Hussein Dabo did not leave anything untouched to restore sanity in the Gambia at the international level. He did everything. Everything. He just needed to go extra miles. And that was provided that he was given an ample time to continue his role at the international level. That is, as a foreign minister. He did that. So what did Seedia has to say about Hussein Dabo? He has nothing to say about Hussein Dabo. Halifa has nothing to say about Hussein Dabo. The only thing they can say is to attack him personally. And I can tell you this, Gambia, more than you understand it. Nganyim for several times. Ni ayata nungu Islam dino mansado Gambia. Walanto Christian dino mansado Gambia. We were allowed to worship somebody. People are going to worship Hussein Dabo. But thanks to Allah, Islam or not, Christian dino not, and every other religious. So we don't have any right, come on, worship. We don't have any right, come on, worship. But the attitude he is having, the humanity he has, and the love he has for the Gambia, if there were no religious, we are going to worship this guy. So this is what Seedia and the others should just understand. The more they personally attack Hussein Dabo, the more Hussein is going to be famous. And the more our love for Hussein Dabo increases. Because he is somebody who is genuine. He's a genuine leader. Adama Barrow, Bimenkalo, that fat, disgraceful and abundant son of ours, UDP. Me alonko biya kalo ka Hussein Dabo kajafi kula me alonko, they don't make any sense. Adama stood here that he has never seen anybody who loves the Gambia than Hussein does. That Hussein is somebody who, if he can die for the Gambia, he wouldn't even wait. So Nimbi Wolkafundinang, and they just making allegations on Hussein. It doesn't make sense. Let us just take them as fools. We just take them as fools. We just take them as fools. So Nimbesi are back in the Gambia. Funding kel bige many alonko eka funding eka funyiko all politicians are the same. I think I always disagree with this. And the niamoy funding kela alonko he has a mental problem. A mental problem. Ite bankol many alonko they are developing every single day. Mune asabika develop. Politicians are meant to respect their words. They are meant to respect the promises that they give to the people. So, but in African mentality, and especially in the Gambia, Fundinkel men kataborikang Adambaro Nokang and some other politicians, you give a promise to people during your campaign or your political rallies. Those promises are meant to be fulfilled. In the West and many other countries, a politician, campaign promise nyemendi, no matter what happened, you make sure you fulfill those campaign promises. At least you play a part of that. You make sure you fulfill the campaign promises. But it is in the Gambia. People are not taking this thing seriously, and this is very serious matter. This is very serious. Nimonata ala campaign yokono, and he gave a campaign promises. We have to make sure that those campaign promises are fulfilled. If they are not fulfilled, then that person is not a genuine politician, and he's not a trustworthy politician. This is what we are seeing in the Gambia. What are the promises this coalition government made for the Gambian people? First, the price of a bag of rice is going to be reduced to $600. We had this, and this has always been my concern. Ning Masakundate Ninkalano, why were they saying this? Adam Barrow saying this, specifically. And now the price of the rice has been skyrocketed more than ever before. The only difference between this government and Yahya Jammeh's government, you know what it is? It is the freedom that we have. And that freedom will never be taken away from Gambian people. But apart from the freedom, let us ask ourselves, what else do we gain from this government? People are more interested to live in a better way, to have a better living condition, to have access, a better accessing to the basic needs. More interested what is the significant difference is nga menge nyimma sakundani ya jamela masakundati ma had more la balunya soneyato. What is the difference? It is worse than now than before. Ning ayata nung ko ika mano sang dalasi wili kilin dalasi keme sabalan nung misal fe sang dalasi wili kilin dalasi keme warawalalom. Everything, prices of goods has been doubled, multiplied. What is the development they are talking about? And in political traditional method, membe Africa batandika wolonyenti, you just go ya for mole ko kata bridjolo. Ya bridjo me yalonko lokun moto nanda mal katarage, nim bridjo ni mantarage, moto sabal katarage. What is the difference? Near bridjo me yalonka amuka fendundi banko kangata mo labalo falendilano. What is the difference? We need to prioritize the things that we needed most. Ikawolel follow doku. This is one thing ning government failed at the and they fail for good. They fail for good. And now coming back to the drug matters. Drogo nara Gambia. Nyim manke politika kuti. Nyimu Gambia la quality, development quality. I'm going to say, continue saying rubbish there. I don't even mind. You can insult me, no problem. Nyim manke politika kuti, nyim drug matter. This is a matter of our lives and our security. The matter of the future of our children. Nyim drug matter quality. Nimme left ka politicize, you can politicize it. You can take it at a personal level. No matter how much you love somebody, you should never, never compromise your security and the lives of your children or the future of your children. The caste system, caste system that adama bota janale adama te dunna nyin kono adama la molu bota mo kendo lel bala wallanto men be adama bala wol bela mol mu mo kendo lati. We don't want to believe that traditional caste system, that even before you are born your future has been designed, who you are, what you're going to be, what you're capable of doing. We don't want to believe in that traditional caste system. My father can be a prophet and I can be the worst evil. So that traditional system, they are from very important parents. Let us stop that caste system. Momuka wulu, janika wulu, kwela destiny is made already. And you cannot predict someone just based on his or her parents. Let us stop about that, talking about that. So, Adam and drug deal on you menke. Drogo button bank, drogo a banku jamal lelma. Kabraba bolan in South America, drogo ya label as Gambia government. Continental bell label walla. That was the order. Continental bell label in multi Gambia government. Kabring abutan ng West fana Europe because nga understand ko Atlanta Holland fana ntole sila basa mo dela banko ka woto fana kabiri ya akla ya Gambia government ne bije kabring afuta na Gambia Seedia Jatta I'm saying this with evidence. I know everything and we know everything. So we are only waiting for the Interpol to do their job and the Drug Enforcement Agency. Seedia Jatta, Alkali Konde, and one lawyer, Mayor Lonkala name is withheld. Nyulia mu rightly ro kata poro ro ka be Drug Enforcement Agency force la puri nyin container nyin kabula pro ko nyin kana funding bada. What right do they have to do that? What rights do they have to do that? Ning ayata nunko Seedia Jatta is a presidential advisor. Atela kan na president nyi yamari. Wakata poro ro ka fo poro iko alkana nyin dro ko di nyella pur ka ko nyin ka mabo. Alkali Konde the same. Aliamira Allah will roboto membe sini masa kunda Allah state house odo kamem foko na state house odo. That robot in human blood. You didn't know anything about it. Ni ayata nunka among kulong woto. Among kulong nyin droko nyin nakodo. Mune ya sabung ebe droko nyin lebela as Gambia government. Why are the containers registered in the name of Gambia government? And all that statement that they gave us was just bullshit. There is nothing real about that statement. Membot Keta nga understand ko international citizenship le babu loko no, different from Gambia. He has another citizenship. But the most important thing is he left the country with a diplomatic passport. Where did he got that diplomatic passport from? In what capacity was he given that international or diplomatic passport? In what capacity? Was it a way to pave him to escape so that there will be many hidden reasons pour kaje komonko people involved pour ngetol belong wala pour nga belong? But in any case, their names are going to surface. In any case, the names are going to be surfaced. So basically what they are trying to do, ilafta kamola mind bonding in drug issue lakang. And we are going to insist. Let us say no to that. This is the biggest concern. NPP lafta men na nyindroko NPP le a be dundinang. Nyindroko be NPP le a dundinang. Kabritara made the people told all the promises that they gave nga fujanako 2021 dem kombe berela jela. 2021 hanin na jonkon be berela berola. Ibe berola la le fum ngalon ko ye berola le. But there is nothing other than kaberola. Ni dara nyamina ko ngala berola. Kal berola ji. Ye berola project mankama. Let us wait until 2021 ngaji be fa complete la. Nothing will complete. Everything ibabe kala berela. So the few projects many yanko they are critical. Puritolia will dokuno in anticipation of getting their votes. Ilaftaka nyin drug ko do ni use wala. And then the large part of this drug money abekala menti wolon kamola vote source an ko yemenka nyamina west. Yemenka nyamina ye kodi bale bondi nyamina kol sang. Ye sanya dile ko do dila le kanata kakarte o fay. Ye kalende Quran wala mole si yal kanta karte fay lungo pral kana funti. Ye ngine ka nyamina. So Gambia banko be wadle nyameng ni ko be o kelano Gambia dula balto. Sako many along opposition stronghold so long pruka wala kato no ke kalini kuranu la prika na funding. You need a huge fortune pruka wokeno. This is why the only thing they could do was to import drugs into the country to get fortunes, billions of Gambian dollars from that sales. They can use that to pump into our poor communities. They buy the wills of people. This is exactly what they plan to do. So now the point is going to be, the issue is going to be, this drug issue, Interpols are going to do their job. I know the government is trying everything. Ibakata ne sudo anintili pruka jeko ka Interpols la dokwenye kawo distract. But Interpols is international society. Many alonko they are responsible for drug matters. Kajeko ka investigation work on some of this kind of how to call it illegal drugs. Especially Gambia la nyingfonko nyimenyame. It's a large amount of drug that was brought into the country by the Gambia government. We don't even have to blame that Keta. Keta was just a middleman. The drugs were brought to the country by the Gambia government. They know everything about it. And the saddest thing is, imams many along ko ikatara diambukang nim fundinkel ko be funtila ibe diamula fundinkel la nyama sabola. They were silent about this. They were completely silent about this for 2 weeks now. You don't hear this in any sermon. Last Friday sermon, Ntenga Kena Dokwotika Almame Dobeje Mealonko, he is always critical about oppositions, about Fundinkelo, Minialonko, Ilafraka Fundinkela, rights olka exercise. I've never heard anything. Last Friday sermon, Nanamamu Alaba Fokenje. These are some of the things that we expect our leaders to step up and speak out, because your voice matters. So nyinam problem mo nyinti. So Gambia benantene. Ibe nying opposition leaders will be nyi many alonko ikafunya the enemy of progresses. Ibe menku woto rek wolo nyinti pour ka mol distract ngam hakilo bondi nyin draw case nyin kan ani Adam Barrow bala nyin tole ya manya menan na banko kan nante pour ngam hakilo bondi wol kan. Ali ngam bang, let's continue and let's forget about those fools. Many alonko they think it all a failure was caused by Usenu Dabo. Let us say no to that. Okay, Aswana, Jangalamin, bro, you are just talking what you don't know about. Well, ning maybe then you can help me. You can help me. But the little I know is what I'm sharing with people here. So if you don't believe in that, well, that's fine. I mean, that's your choice. I cannot do anything about it. I cannot help. I just have to say what I know. So you can either believe it or disagree with it. That's I cannot do anything about it anyway. And anyway. That's all what I can do. Yeah. So in the bang purukang haklo bandi nyin drok wan yankang. Let's force them. Let's force them. Gambia masakunda nyin drok ya belo nekeu. Ya belo nekeu ko ngafu nyamen rek nyin drok anata silo menna, anata dalilo menna, wala muka NPP ka winning the country for 2021, because yenyine fanka ko puruka Gambia tundol meni alonko opposition la strongholds like UDP and GDC puruka mafangul ka ko di pa bondi ge country fa suro wallanto ti danta janin country fa ka molla country wol sang e puru wol mari wol kana fundi hanni wol manta fayle tolye bar wol kana fundi ka country fa yenyine ke nyamina west nyine asabu nyamina ya win nyamina be doyare nyame nyulie million men bondi nyamina is too much. So niyo calculate ko bo sifa bondi la tundo be kan sako tundo men yalon ko watra, you where will you have that money? Gambia la budget one thing. So you must have secondary options, and those clandestine business partners all will akamenu foko will kala party sponsor. Of course, will ka sponsor. Will ya mako ka drogo nyin kamana will ya sabu caterers the Seedia Jatta. Come on, drug dealer bekala drug dealer da malti. Seedia Jatta what he's been doing up there in Germany, everybody knows the alcohol contest and syllabus and other people. So ninyi mol besu they are impressed down la nyin drug sifana da will beto bafoka je. Muna ya sabu ka tekela ko president fond da bijela. It is only in the Gambia that nyin fongo bekala up to this date there is no impeachment process me alanka kumasi da pruka Adam Barrow bande masakunda. Because na luai was sambo nyindile. President Binyalon ka bada dun kan drug to fat filter. This has never happened in the Gambia. This amount of drug to come into the country on behalf of the Gambia government. Because ning Gambia government, it doesn't even make sense Gambia government from a balanko munku nyindro ko mangeto tati. Ning ayata nuko drug on tati. Mune asabu drugs were labeled or the containers were registered. The property of Gambia government. Ning Gambia government tanteng. Wo container ti drogol bota mankono mune asabu kabri ba kila nang akita na damento tol menu bege yake je Gambia government la bakasol mune Gambia government to si wol bala and ye press release ni memfunde safaro ni memfunde ni pour ka ko woni ke fanke ko ko woni yesu lale abe mo fani ada malati ku mesu lage ku ko beje wala mo nyenti ko to la be kalamda ito le tamu ito le babatun kanna. This is it. This is the problem. This is the only problem. So on tol Gambia de ngol investir jan tol funding kelu nga funding ke dola safaro di jamme alon ka be kalanda ya ko mo fala ite manta ku fonkate fongo ida Kekendo wale miracle ku mi alon ka be nafal fay ka mo fa sa kula membe de la family ni te fongo la balu be tinya nin drug si fa kana banko kan kana na banko kan sila akana banko kan ite amira security be kala na banko kan nyaadi la nyine gina be sa utinya nyaade gina be sa president ka kana teje mol be fala mo ngalo me même fa nyin drug ko la sa. We are talking about these stuffs. But it was sitting ebe sumuk le fango ko sakotongo. Ibe molu kangu jandla kula me alonko, you don't even have any idea about it. So for ninke be menkela fonsen na fongo faling konka mira nyam fon sa faling ite mo kanu nyaaw nyara ni nyam kadu ngalo ne ko nyintolo jama makanu that robot in human blood mo jama makanu aliaji lamini njay me alon kanata UDP kunungo for last week lomba amutra baroya yamale ko do men nanka modi la praya muro tolo betene ni lafte fende mo tolo bala you have to do the same thing. If you like Adama, I can tell you this, people understand that Adama Barrow is a fool and his days in the state house is numbered. So Mobe, many along, they are self-interest people. They don't care about the integrity. They don't care about the family pedigree. They just want to get closer to him. Then at least they ate something, from him. Tolo betending asabu every sycophant. Everybody may along kamala integrity na sama jibe among Gambia ge back, would be able to. And this is the point. This is the point. So don't take them seriously. Don't take them seriously. Ibemenkuoto kakuo nyusuti and the Seedia will that failed party may along the party that will never be anything in the Gambia. That party will never be anything in the Gambia, PDOIS, because they are full of hate, they are full of jealousy, they are full of grudge against Dabo. I don't even understand. What has Dabo done to these people? When Halifa speak, Halifa, even if you ask him what is your name, he will try to, go through the circle to bring the matters of Dabo there. Allah 40 years of failure was not caused by Dabo. Dabo came with a clear consent. He came with a clear consent and presented that consent to the Gambian people, and Gambian people loved him. So your failure, being in political arena for 40 years, gaining nothing, giving out nothing, supportive of being supportive of nothing, helping your people for nothing, gaining nothing and will gain nothing, was never caused by Dabo. That was never caused by Dabo. Dabo was just a person, may along another in the political arena. When Atola Pationing has already been destroyed by PPP. PPP destroyed Jawara, PDOIS. So Dabo came at a time when Atola Patio was already dead. You were just struggling to make sure that you bring the party back. But that has never come to reality. So what has Dabo done to these people? And why will Seedia talk like a child? Seedia will talk like a premature child to come and personally attack somebody to a point that I couldn't believe it in the viewing Maluta, because I felt so sad. If Seedia is talking about principles, it can for socialism, to make a proper, scrutiny. Ngambra Seedia, baraniwala bota futusito la jang, amamme. 16 million Gambian dollars we will spend. If Seedia couldn't control some of those useless expenditures and other stuffs, what has Seedia to talk about us here? And what has Dabo got to do with Seedia's interview at this critical juncture, when Seedia as a lawmaker should be talking about how to deal with these drug cartels or drug trafficking into the country? To tell the Gambians what is their stand on the draft constitution. The draft constitution that Adama Barrow insulted the Gambian people by going out there to bring a failed president, somebody who ruled Nigeria without making any positive impact in the lives of Nigerians. To bring that person to come and help the Gambian people to build a good constitution. I think these are some of the things that Seedia could have been talking about. These are some of the things that Seedia could have been talking about. We have so many elites. We have so many legal-minded people. We have so many experts in the areas of drafting the constitution. They have done that great job. They traveled all over the world to meet the Gambian people and to listen to the consent of the Gambian people. What the Gambian people want to be in the constitution. How they want to be governed for the next decades or decades. But all that has been thrown out by Adama, and Seedia as a lawmaker cannot tell us anything about that. Just to go, karikonyetene. It is so disgraceful. I don't even know how Seedia's children would have felt yesterday, because this is so sad and disgraceful to Seedia. This is so sad to listen to. A political leader at this point. Ture Badis. You are right, my brother. Halivan never likes Dabo. You can see that in his body languages. Just observe Seedia's body language yesterday. It was so shameful. You can know that Seedia was just angry. Seedia was not satisfied for Dabo being appointed as the foreign affairs minister. And the second thing is, the more by forcing Dabo Lakuya. It is very disgraceful that Seedia can even talk about that. Seedia can talk about that on media, on television. You don't have any political connection with any of them. What has you got to do with that? What has you got to do with that? What has you got to do with that? But Abiyamu jealousy, hatred, and grudge against Dabo. That's what everything was about. So I'll bring back in bad program I know people will try to open up this program to extend it. Sajo PDIs is less than 3%. They want to relevant by using UDP. Exactly, Mr. Commissioner Ture. Well, they have to attack Dabo so that UDP they can have relevance. That is it. This is the point. This is the point. Yeah, this is the point. So maybe more kana distract drug issue the draft constitutional. Let's post it. NPP is a drug dealing party. Anything is a drug dealing party. NPP morality. Ibela party local drug cola. That's why they were so